65, so that was the year 66 when I was in school. 67, there was a good chance I'd get drafted. And I just was looking for some adventure. So I joined the Marine Corps. I don't normally talk about it. I just avoided those conversations whenever, however possible. You know, it's interesting. I volunteered, went through boot camp, which was, I think at that time, 8 or 10 weeks worth of physical fitness training. You know, getting yourself into the kind of shape where you walk all day with a 50-pound pack on your back in 100-degree heat, because that's what Vietnam was going to be. And I loved it. I loved the training. I loved the marksmanship. And long story short, shipped off to Vietnam in 68 and took about close to a month by the time we got there. Anyway, I got there and I was positioned in Da Nang, military base outside of Da Nang. And we had quite a few skirmishes. Crazy as it sounds, I actually enjoyed that experience as well. Just the challenge, you know? And then, after I'd been there a while, as would be typical, you know, I lost a couple of really good friends that I had made when I got there. And that took some of the fun out of it. But finally, I shot people and they shot at me, and then they blew me up. So anyway, I found a mine, an improvised explosive. Found one, disarmed it, found another one, blew it up. Well, the third one found me. The fight went on, though, for about maybe 20, 30 minutes, which is a hell of a long time when you're getting shot at. And they were getting mortars set up. They had a couple of mortars, and they started firing those. But that kept the medevac chopper from being able to come in. All right, so here's a crazy piece of the story, but you'll probably get a kick out of it. So this big hulk of a guy threw me over his shoulder, ran 30 feet, 40 feet to where the helicopter was. And he basically just had to kind of throw me up into the helicopter. And he did. I threw me in backwards, so I landed sitting. But it was a hard landing. And when I landed, my foot fell off. And he just looks down. Oh, I'm so sorry. He broke into tears. He reaches down. If he thought about it, I don't think he'd have done this. He reaches down, picks up my boot, and hands it to me. The corpsman that was on the helicopter, I'll never forget, he goes, "Oh, Jesus, man." So I was in the hospital there for about a week in Vietnam. And from there, they flew me to Yokosuka, Japan. When I was there, some dumbass thought it'd be funny to throw a string of firecrackers into the ward in the middle of the night. So this string of firecrackers went off, and out of that 20 or 30 guys, there were, I'd say, half a dozen of us that they found under the beds. So they had to keep me for an extra week because it popped stitches. So we get to what happens after.